Have you ever imagined that the African continent could be splitting into two parts, leading to the formation of a brand new ocean? Well, it's not just imagination anymore, it's actually happening. According to scientists, Africa is currently peeling apart into two sections, as tectonic plates underneath the Earth's surface are slowly pulling apart. The split is a result of a geological process known as continental rifting, where tectonic plates underneath the Earth's surface slowly pull apart, causing cracks and fissures to form. The African continent sits on a tectonic plate boundary, and the forces of magma pushing up from the mantle underneath are causing the continent to split into two distinct sections. The process of continental rifting is gradual and takes millions of years to complete. As the two sections of Africa continue to separate, the crack between them will widen, and eventually a new ocean will be formed. This new ocean will likely take several million years to form, and will be similar in size to the Atlantic Ocean. This geological phenomenon is not unique to Africa. It has occurred several times throughout Earth's history. For instance, the separation of South America from Africa, which created the Atlantic Ocean, was a result of continental rifting. While the process of Africa splitting into two parts may seem slow and insignificant to us, it is a significant event in the Earth's geological history. It is a reminder that our planet is constantly changing, and the forces that shape it are still at work today, just as they have been for millions of years. Now, let's look into the reason behind the split and how long it will take for Africa to break up. But first, what is rifting? Rifting is a fascinating geological process that occurs when a single tectonic plate splits into two or more tectonic plates, resulting in divergent plate boundaries. As the plates move apart, a lowland region called a rift valley forms, creating a unique and dynamic landscape. This phenomenon is not limited to land, as rift valleys can also occur at the bottom of the ocean, where they create new oceanic crust. The process of rifting has been occurring for millions of years, and has played a significant role in shaping the Earth's continents and oceans. As noted by the National Geographic, rift valleys can be seen all over the world, from the Great Rift Valley in East Africa to the Mid-Atlantic Ridge. One of the most notable examples of rifting occurred over 138 million years ago, when South America and Africa were part of a single supercontinent known as Gondwana. Over time, the plates that made up Gondwana began to split apart, creating the Atlantic Ocean and separating the two continents. Today, the African continent is in the midst of a new rifting event, as the tectonic plates beneath it are slowly pulling apart. This process will eventually lead to the formation of a new ocean and will transform the landscape of East Africa. Overall, the phenomenon of rifting is a powerful reminder of the dynamic nature of our planet and the incredible forces that continue to shape it over millions of years. The Arabian Plates drifting away from Africa is a significant geological event that has been ongoing for the last 30 million years. This process has resulted in the creation of two bodies of water, the Red Sea and the Gulf of Aden, that now separate the two land masses. The separation of the Arabian Plate from Africa is due to the tectonic forces that are constantly reshaping the Earth's surface. The Arabian Plate is located on the eastern side of the African continent, and as it moves away, it creates a rift valley that eventually fills with water, creating a new ocean or sea. According to NBC News, the creation of the Red Sea and the Gulf of Aden was a result of the Arabian Plate moving northward, away from Africa. As the plate moved, it created a rift valley that eventually filled with water from the Indian Ocean, creating the Red Sea. The Gulf of Aden, on the other hand, was formed as a result of the Arabian Plate pulling away from the African Plate, creating a separation that eventually filled with water. The creation of the Red Sea and the Gulf of Aden has had a significant impact on the surrounding region, both geologically and culturally. The Red Sea is home to a diverse array of marine life, while the Gulf of Aden is an important shipping lane that connects the Mediterranean Sea and the Indian Ocean. But why is Africa splitting in two? The splitting of the African continent into two parts is closely linked to the East African Rift, a massive crack that emerged in Ethiopia's desert back in 2005. According to a report in the Economic Times, this rift will eventually set off the formation of a new sea separating Somalia and parts of Kenya, Ethiopia, and Tanzania from the rest of the continent. The emergence of the East African Rift is a clear indication of the ongoing tectonic activity that is reshaping the African continent. This rift, which measures a staggering 56 kilometers or 35 miles long, is the result of the African Nubian, African Somali, and the Arabian tectonic plates separating from each other. These plates have been slowly pulling apart over millions of years, and the emergence of the East African Rift is just one manifestation of this process. As per the Economic Times report, the seismic data gathered by researchers studying the rift has revealed the tectonic processes at work here are similar to those taking place at the bottom of the ocean. This means that the formation of a new sea in East Africa is entirely possible. as the rift continues to widen and deepen over time. The discovery of the East African Rift is a significant milestone in our understanding of the Earth's geology and the ongoing processes that shape our planet. It's a stark reminder of the incredible forces that are constantly at work beneath our feet, and the profound impact that they can have on the world around us. The East African Rift Valley, which stretches over 3,000 kilometers from the Gulf of Aden in the north to Zimbabwe in the south, serves as a dividing line between the African plates, Somali and Nubian plates. According to an article in The Conversation, this region is of great interest to geologists, as it offers a unique opportunity to study how a continental rift can eventually turn into an oceanic rift. Christopher Moore, a doctorate student at the University of Leeds, has been studying this phenomenon using satellite radar to monitor volcanic activity in East Africa. As he explained to NBC News in 2018, the process of rifting involves material from deep inside the Earth moving towards the surface and forming oceanic crust at the ridges. Moore's research has shown that oceanic crust is starting to form in the East African Rift Valley, and this can be distinguished from continental crust by its composition and density. As he notes, this is the only place on Earth where such a process can be observed and studied, making it a crucial site for geologists seeking to better understand the Earth's geology and the forces that shape our planet. So, how long before Africa is divided? Not anytime soon. It will take millions of years for Africa to be sliced into two unequal parts. It will take anywhere between 5 to 10 million years for the new ocean to form, which could give Uganda and Zambia their own coastlines, according to experts. The resulting smaller continent will include present-day Somalia and parts of Kenya, Ethiopia, and Tanzania, among other countries. GPS tracking has revealed that the Arabian Plate is shifting away from Africa at a rate of 1 inch per year, and scientists believe that the Gulf of Aden and the Red Sea will eventually flood into the East African Rift Valley, forming a new ocean. As marine geophysicist and professor emeritus at the University of California, Ken MacDonald, notes, the use of GPS technology will allow scientists to gain a better understanding of how the process of rifting is unfolding in real time. Dr. Edwin Dindi, of the Department of Geology at the University of Nairobi, adds that while the eastern arm of the Rift Valley is fairly active, the continent-splitting process will take millions of years to complete. Although rifting has been happening for some time, it gained global attention when a large crack emerged in Kenya's Rift Valley in 2018, highlighting the ongoing geological phenomenon. Alright guys, that wraps up our video for today. If you found this video useful, give us a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button for more.